So I just got done watching the Marvels. This came out in 2023. Stars Brie Larson, a couple other people I don't really recognize, as well as like Sam Jackson. I thought the movie was decent. It's probably like middle of the pack as far as like Phase 4 and 5 Marvel goes. Definitely better than like Ant Man and Thor 4, but like probably like along the same lines of like Shang Chi. Um, Better than Black Widow. Worse than like Guardians 3. But um, like Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, she's like a lot. She's very quippy in this, like a lot like Spider Man is, Tom Holland Spider Man. Um, I didn't like how it was like the I don't think she ever actually gets a name, but Captain Rambo and Captain Marvel, like they're both a lot more serious. There's like an interesting like relationship going on, like where like Miss Marvel like idolizes Captain Marvel, and then like there's some past tension from like the first movie between Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel, and it kind of like creates this like cool like little triangle, um, relationship triangle. There's also this like cool mechanic of like whenever they use their powers they teleport, and that's like revealed like in the first act, and there's like some cool like fight scenes that happen because of it. It sometimes they're kind of hard to follow, like definitely towards the end, uh like when they're switching places like at will and like doing like these like team up attacks. But it's cleanly shot. It's just that if you don't like, it's a lot to process at once is the best way I can put it. um but it's not like shaky cam. It's not like 50 million different cuts. Like it's nothing like that. uh the CGI is kind of hit or miss. Like in this, there's one scene in particular, like where there's person falling and a person flying that looks absolutely terrible. Um, it looked so bad that it kind of like took me out of the film, um, like for a moment. There's some like gorgeous CGI of like city flyovers. I think those look really nice. Um, it's kind of like weird that like like once we get like more into these like galactic battles and films and part of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that like it becomes like more and more CGI, and like you think like they would like make the CGI like a lot more flawless like 100% of the time, but like that's not always the case. I mean, this is like a lot. It's not like Ant Man like Quantum Mania levels of bad, like where everything like looks like bland, like everything like looks distinct and everything. And you can tell like they are building like some sets. It's not just like purely in front of a green screen. Whereas like Ant Man, you can tell it's purely in front of a green screen. Like there's nothing real about like any of those scenes. It does kind of like turn like into like pure CGI towards like the end, but again, like when you're dealing with like galactic scale, it's kind of hard to have like realistic things. Um, it's really weird because like this movie was like, I think like the third lowest, maybe like even like third worst rated Marvel movie, and I definitely don't think it deserves that hate. And it's like the worst performing one at the box office, and like that I kind of get because like and I think Disney realizes this too because there's just like this Marvel fatigue going on. I've watched every Marvel movie at this point. I've watched like half the shows, and like the shows like don't even hit my radar anymore because I'm just like, some of them just been like so like they're decent, but it's just like 8 hours for something that like Marvel's like 90 minutes, get in, get out, whereas like Hawkeye was like 9 hours long, and it's just, I think I got I think like Hawkeye, for example, is like done better, but like at the same time, like when you take like the time investment of like 9 hours versus 90 minutes, I would rather watch the Marvels. Um, you know, like I didn't even like watch like Loki season 2 yet. I haven't watched like Captain the Winter Soldier. I haven't watched. Uh, I think Kate Bishop has a new like I don't even know like and then Secret Invasion I didn't watch and like reading comments like online like it I guess this actually actively detracts from like Secret Invasion, so it's just like not like you're not being like rewarded for watching like the Marvel like shows at this point. You're almost like being like punished for watching it and just it's kind of weird. And then of course, um, you know like Loki deals a lot with King the Conqueror, and you know Jonathan Majors just got dumped by Disney for you know his uh his convictions, his indictments, and like it just it's weird because like Marvel's like in a bad place, and like I'm just like holding on because like I know like things are coming that like I'm excited for. Obviously they acquired Fox like a while back, and you know, um, if you watch like the Miss Marvel like TV series, like they bring up the term mutants in that. You know, they go to Hell's Kitchen, like they're introducing like you know Punisher and um, Daredevil and like all like the Fox owned IPs, and it's just like X Men's like what I want at this point, and like I feel like you know I'm basically just like being pulled along, um, hoping that like the that X Men payoff is like good enough, and like that there's like some sort of tie-in like where like I have to watch this to fully appreciate X Men, which might not be the case. Um, I don't know. I think Disney understands like all these issues too at this point because you know next year like the only Marvel movie that's coming out is Deadpool 3, and furthermore like the only one that's scheduled in 2025 that I know of is the new Captain America movie. So it's just like I think they understand like at this point they're trying to like you know figure out like what they want to do with the rest of the films. Um, you know, like I said, it's a matter of time before next movie comes. It's a matter of time before like a Fantastic Four movie comes. They have like a Daredevil show coming out. You know, they have Echo that has Kingpin in it from Daredevil. They actually have the same actor and everything. So I don't know. I'd probably give like the movie like a I don't know 2.5, 3 stars out of 5 somewhere in there. Again, like better than Ant-Man, worse than Guardians 3, middle of the pack as far as like you know Phase 4 and Phase 5 Marvel movies goes. There's some enjoyable stuff in here, but if you're not invested in Marvel at this point, like you're probably not. This is probably isn't even on your radar. You're probably fine like ignoring it. Um, I do want to talk about spoilers real quick in this movie because there's like one thing that really annoys me, and that's like the fact that towards the end of this movie, Miss Marvel gets like the second bangle, and the scene like afterwards, she does not have the second bangle anymore, and it's never explained like where that bangle goes, and like you think like that bangle would like increase her power like a lot because like it's not really explained like how that bangle like increases like gives her power because she uses like her powers without the bangle like because you know if she is a mutant then like that makes sense, but like what is this bangle doing, and like wouldn't 2 bangles be better than 1 bangle? You know it's things that like that should have been explained in the movie, and like you know it's probably because it's like 90 minutes like long and that they cut these things out. And then of course like they're doing even like more multiverse stuff, which it's kind of weird because like they keep doing multiverse stuff and then like reeling it back, and now it's just like you have like an open-ended storyline of uh, Captain Rambeau, Monica Rambeau, meeting her mom, who is like not her mom in this multiverse, but instead more than likely a character called Binary, um, but very similar to Nova and Captain Marvel, that same tier of power. But then also you have Beast, which uh, you know Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness had Charles Xavier, so this could be the same universe, you know, as like the Illuminati, which like the X-Men are clearly established in. So like, it's not quite bringing like the X-Men in here, but like it is also cool to see Beast like on screen. Even though again, like this is really bad CGI at this point, and they actually got Kelsey Grammer to come back too. So like it might just be like, which I can't remember if Kelsey Grammer was like the same with the Patrick Stewart movies. I think he was. But this is, you know, like 20 years ago at this point. It's kind of hard to remember. So this could be like that universe's X-Men, like whereas we have like a different X-Men on Earth 616. Anyways, I just want to talk about those things real quick as far as spoilers go. But yeah, I think that's everything. I'm not sure what else to talk about, so bye.